is up? Dixie T here, and I have to say this right now because I pretty much will forget. Um, do you honestly think that has Randy Orton really, since Legacy is formed? I know I did a rant on Legacy about Cody Rhodes and DiBiase, but I'm going to focus on Randy Orton. I also want to ask this question right now. If you look at what, because like Randy Orton wants to be better than Evolution and all the other stuff, but have you looked at Legacy? Is it even close to, or even right up there to Evolution? Is this part of the plan? Is this to make us look Randy Orton? Well, he's good on his own, but as a leader, he fails. He doesn't have that je ne sais quoi, you know? And that pisses me off. I mean, what does it say that only Triple H can have a competent group in the WWE? Everyone else's group has to be incompetent, and that's just plain stupid. I'm sick and tired of that. Randy Orton's legacy should be dominating. They're not dominating. They're pretty much red shirts who come and get pwned by Batista and all this other stuff. And I'm just mad that they took Randy Orton and pretty much destroyed him. You know, he was pushed really well during the whole January, February, and March. I mean, that's when ratings were getting up, and I think people were going like, wow, Randy Orton's going to be great. But I guarantee you the downturn, the ratings started to go down when Triple H pretty much embarrassed him at WrestleMania, and people just said, well, it's going to be the Triple H show, and they just rolled out. And that's true. Randy Orton did win that Backlash, but that was a secondary show. What's the point? I mean, sure, he kicked Triple H in the head and everything to win the title, but it's meaningless. And the funny thing is, even though as a heel, people just felt sorry for him, so they started cheering for him. And I think that's pretty bad. Your heel should be despised, not pitied. And, you know, anyway, Randy Orton, and the matches they put Randy Orton on, I mean, him and Batista, I know storyline-wise it makes sense, but the matches, they don't have no chemistry whatsoever. And, you know, do I really want to order this pay-per-view, Extreme Rules? I think I might have to, because there's a couple good matches there, but, you know, I just not rant on Extreme Rules, just a rant on Randy Orton and Legacy and all this stuff. And to me, anyway, Legacy has completely and utterly bombed. I mean, Legacy has not even came close to a threat of where Evolution was. They're not even close. I mean, shouldn't Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase unhook from Randy's ass and actually compete for the tag division? I mean, wouldn't that be smart? Or shouldn't Randy Orton dig him and say, hey, you should be going out to go yourself. I mean, this legacy is going to be bigger than Evolution. We're going to dominate the entire brand. You get the tag team belts and the U.S. title. You know? And get a female there as well to get a Divas title or something like that. You know, be dominant. Legacy's not dominant. It's just, they're just there. They're not even close. And like I said before, why is it only Triple H allowed to be the competent leader? Because Evolution, he was the only guy to, I mean, even when he faced by himself, he looked competent. He somehow found a way, and he looked, you know, strong and all this stuff. He looked competent. And Randy Orton looks like a complete pussy. I mean, maybe that's why they're booking him, but I mean, what happened to just someone being dominant? I mean, maybe I was wrong. Maybe did Flair act like this when he was holding of the Four Horsemen or something? Or I know Hulk Hogan did something like this stuff in the NWL, but I remember sometimes he actually won his stuff clean. If I remember, maybe not, but you know, y'all can point that out. Email me, video request, comment. But you know, I mean, I want that Randy Orton that actually can beat someone clean. You know, maybe it look like a real young threat, like he will put you in the head and destroy you or something. And you know, that I want to see that Randy Orton that took Mick Foley down by himself. You know, when he beat Cactus Jack, when Cactus Jack was beating the hell out of him. Not only did he didn't call Evolution behind him, you know, this he called Evolution. He beat him in his own game. Where's that Randy Orton? I mean, Randy Orton. Where's that Randy Orton? You know, I just can't, you know, really grasp all this stuff. Randy Orton was good. You know, the whole WrestleMania run, even though I could question the whole Shane McMahon becoming, you know, more powerful than John Cena angle, you know, that whole thing and, you know, all that stuff. But, I mean, Randy Orton was booked pretty well, and booked pretty dangerous during pre-WrestleMania. Now, I mean, he's being booked as the champion, but he's a champ. We should look up to him, but I really don't think of a long reign. I mean, his first WWE, I mean, his real championship reign, the WWE title reign, was full of DQs, and then only 2 wins he had was against most of the victories Randy already had when he had the WWE title. His first real run was DQs, and he barely got clean wins over like Jeff Hardy and WrestleMania, and maybe Shawn Michaels doing Survivor Series. That's it. Everyone else, it's just DQs and disqualifications. You know, nothing ever really substantial. You know, no real meat and everything. And that's what really pisses me off, because I think Randy Orton's going to lead this company. He's going to be the guy the next 3 or 4 or 5 years, because he is the guy who was under 29. Forget John Cena. This guy, Randy Orton's going to be the guy to push this company forward. And if the WWE doesn't see that, I don't think they're going to they're not going to last that long. They're still thinking John Cena's the guy, which I like John. I think he's a very good wrestler. But I don't think he's going to be the one who's going to lead the WWE to the promised land. I think it's going to be Randy Orton. If the WWE I think if the WWE was smart, they could put all their resources on Randy Orton and everything else. They would be a lot more successful. Now they're just holding away until Triple H comes back, beats him, and he becomes WWE champion again. We all know what's going to happen. And Randy Orton's going to flounder in mid-card hell for a long while. Their legacy's going to break up. No, wait. Legacy's going to break up before that, because Ted DiBiase is going to do some movie in the summer, and he's going to turn face for it. He's going to turn face, and Ted DiBiase is going to flounder and be forgotten. Legacy will be forgotten because they did not have, they're not as dominant. Randy Orton is not a competent leader. And all the other stuff. You know, that's what my rant is today. That's all I gotta say. I'll probably do an Extreme Rules because I do like some of the matches there. Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho's gonna be great, even though they should have a new cup. I would like to see Benjamin there. You know, get him the Intercontinental title again, or put him in the world title, something, because I think this guy could really do well. But you know, that's just me, and that's another rant for another day. Probably gonna be my next video. Yeah, next video is gonna be Sheldon. Why is he not #1 yet? Anyway, this dude CT, peace and love. Next vid will probably be tomorrow or Saturday, and after that it's gonna be a good video. Peace.